Everybody see this graph here? Because this is one of the things in our Medicare marketing manual we talk about. And if you look at these circles here, we got your strategy, and we say tools, you're talking CRM, data tracking, stakeholder, customer database. A lot of this is in your retention marketing side. We put it first in this thing because you should begin with the end in mind. And the end is often how are you continuing to brand and create strengthen brand in the customers you already have? How are you building referral partners, building that end customer journey that's more likely to keep your brand alive past the point of acquisition? And then the second, we talk about owned media, owned advertising, owned attention. And then if you notice in paid and earned, we have arrows up top that we're all kind of saying, let's go back to owned, because everything that you do in your full-on marketing strategy via paid and earned, paid and earned public relations, other people's stages, grassroots marketing, sponsorships, giveaways, traditional media like TV, radio, billboards, print, digital, Google ads, social ads, display ads, OTT, which is digital television, programmatic, webinars, influencer marketing, all this different stuff, right? All of it should be going towards your owned attention, which is your brand and your ongoing content that you can begin to, you own the data now, you own the leads, you own the brand, you own the attention that you have gotten through the other sources. And so most people, when they're marketing, they're thinking about the acquisition from that marketing effect and not the long-term aspect of the marketing effect. I frequently use Coca-Cola as an example. Coca-Cola has never seemed to think about marketing in how do I acquire clients today? It's always been, how do I become the biggest drink company in the world forever? And the people that think that way are going to beat other people in the long run. And it's always the battle when I'm talking to people between acquisition today and, long-term diminishing costs per acquisition. And, being able to spend more on acquisition because I'm getting some acquisition at no cost for low cost. Right. So if I think about this ever expanding scope of who I'm trying to reach, in the beginning, I'm dialed in and I'm trying to reach, this set of people. And then when I inundate them and I have them in my own target group and they begin to call me, even if I turned off advertising, they'd still call me because they're my own attention. Then I can just stay there with my small little target group and cultivate and cherry pick out of that. And I can do really well. But if I want to expand, well, now I can expand. I have this owned group that I've created through my marketing efforts, but now I can spend more and grab that next tier of people. And that's what big companies do. They broaden their horizon as they inundate the first layer, right? You think about a big influencer targeting one group of people like real estate professionals or car salesmen, and then they broaden out, right? If you're initially, like if I'm going after Medicare beneficiaries in Boonville, Mississippi, population, 9,000, I'm going after that town. When I start to dominate that town, I can geographically expand. If I'm using social media, I could target one state and then I can begin to really cultivate that. But anytime you're cultivating, even through social media advertising, this is one of the hardest things, is a lot of the social media advertising is done through incognito pages, building no brand. And so you get no long-term effect of it, and sometimes it's lucrative enough to not be overly concerned with that. But we want people to always be thinking about the long-term value of that brand and that content and what you can do with the data and the leads and all of that over time. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. I wanted to talk about gaudy media. If you notice, this is a very clean cut little graph. It's using our brand colors. It's crisp. And so for agents a lot of times will look at this like, wow, Justin's doing really good. I wish I had somebody to do that. And then they'll use that strategy and they'll try to target consumers with it. And then they get thrown into the mix with Edward Jones, Fisher Investments, Aetna, AARP, and you're competing against them. Don't compete against them. be gaudy, be outlandish. Will you lose some psychologist who thinks your advertisement is not professional enough? Sure. Will you get more people because you'll stand out in the crowd? If your mailer is in between 4 different mailers and all of them look like super professional mailers, and then yours is bright orange and pink, and people are going to be like, what the hell is this? That's all I want them to do. What the hell is this? That's the effect I'm trying to get in the mix of media. Now, once your brand is State Farm or Aetna or all that, then you're piling onto that brand because it matters. Until you have that brand, the goal is to stand out, get them to know who is Adam, who is Kyle, who is Christina. That's what you want them to do, because you are your brand at that point. Get them to grab hold of that brand and build that loyalty to the brand that you can then expand upon. And you don't even have to expand upon it, by the way. So
it's time to train like a guru. Go Guru University is an ever-expanding, cutting-edge, interactive training platform with live weekly coaching calls constructed to train agents efficiently and compliantly. Go Guru University offers a library of training modules explaining Medicare A to Z, face-to-face and telesales training, SEO and other marketing, and much more. Visit goguru.university to schedule your one-on-one demo today.